Hey friends, can you spare a minute and keep an open mind for me, please? I wanted to explain in a bit more detail where I'm coming from. This isn't about blame or judgment. It's just a few dots I started connecting, and once I saw the bigger picture, I couldn't see it. Have you ever stopped to think about how many people are being told they need medication just to function? Antidepressants, antipsychotics, ADHD meds, anti-anxiety pills, sleep aids, mood stabilizers, and now even children are being prescribed things at younger and younger ages. And I'm not just talking about puberty blockers, but they would be included in this too. Now, I'm not saying every medication is bad or that people don't genuinely suffer. Of course they do. But I want to ask, who decided that the answer to almost every human struggle should be a drug? What I started noticing was that the pharmaceutical industry is one of the most powerful and profitable industries in the world. It's not a conspiracy, that's just a fact. And how do they stay so profitable? By creating lifelong customers. And how do you create lifelong customers? You convince people that they're permanently broken, that their brain chemistry is flawed, and only you can fix them. I've been dealing with cavities for a while now, a while. And I thought I was going to have to get my teeth pulled. I thought I was eventually going to have to get dentures. This stuff right here is literally, it's healing my cavities. Dentists say that you can't get your enamel back, but you can. It goes even deeper than that. Who funds medical schools, sponsors the research, provides free samples and the training materials doctors use? Pharmaceutical companies. So the very people training our doctors and writing the textbooks are the same people selling the drugs. That's a conflict of interest, plain and simple. And then who owns most of the major media networks? The same corporations or investment firms that own stakes in the pharmaceutical companies. So the media, TV shows, news, magazines, even social media ads can gently or aggressively push certain narratives like mental illness is everywhere. You probably have it too, and don't wait, ask your doctor. The doctors are under pressure too. Most have less than 15 minutes per appointment, and what's faster, prescribing a pill or walking someone through childhood trauma, diet, exercise, sleep, hygiene, and purpose? The system isn't set up for healing. It's set up for managing symptoms long term with reoccurring costs. And schools, they're under pressure to keep kids calm, compliant, and performing at standardized levels. If a child is active, curious, sensitive, or struggles to sit still, boom, medication. Not how can we adopt the learning environment to fit the child, but how can we change the child to fit the system? School's been tailored more towards girls basically since the very beginning. Girls do best with sitting quietly and following direction. They even did an episode on The Simpsons where the superintendent guy takes the boys out to the wilderness, and they figured out that that's how they learn better.
What happens when Superintendent Chalmers becomes Bart's teacher? The episode starts with Bart pranking the school auction. As always, Superintendent Chalmers blames Skinner. However, Skinner's had enough and lashes out at him.
If you think it's so easy to handle Bart Simpson, why don't you do it yourself?
Avoiding humiliation, Chalmers agrees despite being doubtful of his teaching skills. Unexpectedly, he catches Bart's interest by telling him about Theodore Roosevelt. Chalmers even lets Bart enjoy an outdoor teaching experience. Soon enough, even Milhouse, Dolph, Jimbo, and Nelson join Bart in learning more about Roosevelt. So Chalmers takes him on a trip to search for Roosevelt's spectacles. Not long after, Nelson finds them, but he accidentally sprains his arm. Now, the parents threaten to sue, resulting in Chalmers losing his job. But Bart and the others refuse to allow this, so they plot a plan.
Our mission, to get Chalmers back his job.
The next day, Bart's group kicks out all the teachers and shuts down the school as a protest. After a while, the police arrive and Bart tries to negotiate. Chalmers asks him to stand down, but he refuses. By some unlikely miracle, Chief Wiggum accidentally shoots the school boardman, resulting in Chalmers' reinstatement. Also, he's now super duper intendant. So now
this whole thing is upside down. So again, I don't blame anyone that's trusting the system. We were raised in it. And for some, medication has been a short-term lifeline. For me, I'll never be off of prescribed medication, but I can save my kids from getting stuck like I can. So I'm asking you to take a deeper look. Ask yourself, who profits when I believe I'm broken? Who suffers if I wake up one day and decide to heal differently through connection, community, truth, nature, faith, or food? Why are alternative like therapies, nutrition, or spiritual healing often dismissed while pills are pushed so aggressively. The sad truth is we've normalized dysfunction so much that health seems suspicious. Like if someone says they healed without meds, we doubt them, not the system that failed them. I'm still trying to convince my dad to use castor oil to help with his bad knee, but he won't try it. People don't trust anything natural anymore. But the good news is you don't have to stay stuck. You can ask questions, you can research, you can say no thank you, and choose a different path. And it starts with awareness. I'm not saying throw away your meds or ignore your doctor. I'm saying let's stop pretending this system has no agenda. Let's stop assuming that just because something is legal, advertised, or taught in schools, it's automatically good for us. Never forget, there will always be people willing to take advantage of your misfortune. The people making billions off of our confusion, our pain, and our disconnection, they don't want you asking these questions. But I do. Because you deserve better. We all do. You're not broken. The system is.